Good morning, class. Today we will start a new topic, that is ancient authority, from the chapter The Bricks, Beads and Bones. We will see the governance or the political organization of this civilization, that how the administration it runs. So archaeological records, okay, if we talk about the evidences or the record, they provide no immediate answers regarding a center of authority, okay, or depictions of peoples in power in Harappa society. The extraordinary uniformity, okay, of Harappa, as you can see in the artifacts, in the pottery, in the seal, in the weight, in the bricks, with the standardized size, suggesting that there may be some form of authority and the governance. So what does it indicate? The evidences that complex decision been taken and it was implemented, as you can find extraordinary uniformity, okay, in the artifact, in the pottery, in the seal, in the bricks and weight. So whatever be the administrative form of government, okay, or the administrative form of the Harappan civilization, it is certain that the administration, they were highly skillful and responsible. Well-planned cities, good arrangement of cleanliness of, and you can see the drainage system, better roads, developed trade and commerce, regulated and uniform weight and measures, cultural growth, developed industries, and prosperities testify the fact that the Harappan administration was quite competent and efficient. So here you can see palaces and kings. So a large building that found at Mohenjo-daro was labeled as a palace by archaeologists, but no spectacular finds were associated with it. And you can see a stone statue was labeled and continued to be known as the priest king. This is because the archaeologists were familiar with the Mesopotamian histories and its priest kings and have found parallel in the Indus region. So the archaeologists, they find the statue of this priest king as they were aware of the culture of the Mesopotamia, okay, and its priest king. So they gave this statue the name of the priest king. So over time, three major theories have been developed concerning about Harappa governance or the system of rule. So here you can see the opinions of the archaeologist, and later the three main theory has been developed. The first is that Indus Valley civilization had no ruler. Everybody, they enjoy equal status. Second theory, here you can see several states, as you can see the second theory, that there was no single ruler, okay, but a number of them representing each of the urban centers. As you can see, several states, several rulers. And the last theory is that there was a single state, okay, it encompassing of all the communities of the civilization. Given the similarities in the artifact, the evidence of plant settlement, the standardized ratio of the brick size, and the apparent establishment of the settlement near the sources of raw material. So you will see that in the opinion of the scholar, there was a single state under one ruler, the last theory. Similarly, when we talk about you can find the similarity in the artifacts, the evidence of the plant settlement, the standardized ratios of the bricks, and then size and establishment of settlement near sources of raw material. Also confirm this view that there is a single state under one ruler. So you can see it is not possible that communities could have collectively made and implemented such complex decisions. The end of the civilization. You can see the decline of the civilization. So when we talk about Harappa civilization, as it was an extensive and a developed civilization. It could neither meet its decline suddenly, or could there be a single reasons that were responsible for the downfall of this civilization. So on the basis of the evidences or the archaeological remains, it seemed that the Harappan civilization did not meet it and suddenly it declined gradually. So the process of its decline, it took almost 600 years from 1900 BC to 1300 BC. So here there was a transformation of material culture at some Harappan sites. The distinctive artifacts, when we talk about the weight, seal, spatial beads, it started disappearing. So you can see disappearance of the distinctive artifact. When we talk about the transformation of the material culture, writing, long distance trades, craft, specialization also started declining. So you can see as the large public structure were no longer produced, the house construction technique too headed to decline. All the artifacts and the settlement you can find here indicate a rural way of life in these cultures. So the scholar, they term these culture as the late Harappan phase or the successor culture, as it show when we talk about the artifact and settlement, it indicate a rural way. So the ground for these changes, okay, when we talk about these changes, was not prepared only by one factor. So you can see here the climatic change, deforestation, excessive floods, the shifting or drying up of river, overuse of landscape and barbarian invasions. This contribute greatly in bringing about these changes. So you will see, as you can see, some of the causes of decline of the Harappan civilization here. So first we talk about the floods and the earthquake. So some scholars, they suggest that flood and earthquakes, it played a vital role in the decline of the Harappan civilization. So the evidences whatever found at the excavated site suggest that the area was heavily flooded. Okay, first factor we talk about for the causes of the decline of Harappa civilization, in which we talk about the flood and earthquake. Okay, so the area, it was heavily flooded. So the flood water, it raised the level. If we talk about the water level, it raised up to 30 feet above the ground, and the towns of the Indus Valley, it remained submerged in water for a long time. So because of being a disturbed seismic zone, you can see the area was severely damaged by the earthquakes beside the floods. So the violent earthquake which dammed rivers and burned the town caused the destruction of the Harappan civilization. Now we see shifting away of the Indus. So changes in the course of the river Indus, it caused the destruction of the important town like Mohenjo-daro. The shortage of water, the people of the surrounding food producing villages deserted the area. It happened many a time. As a result, all of those areas whose fertility and prosperity depend on the river water, okay, started becoming deserted and barren. So the changing of course of Indus could be regarded as the cause of becoming Mohenjo-daro deserted, but it cannot be accepted as the only sole factor for the destruction of the Harappan civilization. Then you will see increased aridity and drying up of river. So there was a sharp increase in the arid condition by the middle of 2000 BC. Such a condition, it may have affected the semi-arid regions like that of Harappa much. It affected the agricultural production, which resulted in destabilizations of the city economies. So now we talk about the barbarian invasions. So in the opinion of Mortimer Wheeler, the Harappa civilization met its decline because of the Aryan invasion. So when we talk about the barbarian civilization, it's about the Aryan invasions. He put forward some reason in order to strengthen his viewpoint. Evidence of massacre, it has been found in the late phase of the occupations, okay, at Harappa. You will see human skeleton have been found on the streets and in the houses. The Rig Veda mentioned the Vedic god Indra as the Purandar, that is the destroyer of the fort. So there was no remain of other cultural groups having fought in this region. So Wheeler believed that it was Harappan city that were being mentioned in the Rig Veda. Then you will see mentioned that Punjab and Ghaggar and Hakra region was a part of the geographical area of the habitation of the Rig Vedic Aryans. So this was the core reason of the Harappa civilization. Even the Rig Vedic, they mention a place called Hariyupia. It was located on the bank of river Ravi. The Aryan fought a battle here. Wheeler believed that this place was the place of Harappa that was ruined by the Aryans. So you can see he concluded that it was the Aryan, the invader, who destroyed the Harappan cities. However, the theory of Wheeler, it cannot be accepted as authentic because of the following reasons. So we will see the provisional date for the decline of Harappa civilization is believed to be 1800 or 1900. However, the modern research suggests that the Arya did not arrive here earlier than a period around 1500 BC. It means that the Harappa civilization had met its decline even before the arrival of Aryans. So no evidences of a military strike have been found from Mohenjo-daro or Harappa. The human body lying exposed in the street could be the result of the, you can see, hostile attacks from the surrounding hilly tracts. The archaeological remains suggest that the big cities were already in a state of decay. Moreover, it should be kept in mind that it is yet to prove that Aryan were not the original inhabitations of India. So now we talk about the ecological imbalances. So several scholars, they believe that the ecological imbalances, it caused the destruction of the Harappan civilizations, the growing human and the cattle, okay. You can see populations gave birth to the food problem due to the cutting of forest for agricultural land and timber for fuel and over exploitation of water resources. The land became barren and river was full of silt. So the ecological imbalances, it gave birth to the regular problems of the flood, the drought and the famine. It seemed that being compelled by the circumstances, people started to move away gradually to area which offered better subsistence possibilities. That is why the Harappan communities, they moved toward Gujarat and the eastern area away from the Indus. We come to know from the evidences that most of the mature Harappan site in the regions like Cholistan has been abandoned by 1800 BC. At the same time, there was an expansion of population into new settlement of Gujarat, Haryana and in western Uttar Pradesh. So the changes such as the decline and abandonment of the cities indicate that a strong unifying elements, probably the Harappan state, had come to an end. Discovering the Harappan civilization. How does the archaeologists, they discovered the civilization? So you will see here After making a study of various aspects of the Harappan civilization, we come across a very interesting and important question, that how the archaeologists they discovered this civilization. You can see when the Harappa cities it fell into ruin, people they gradually forget all about them. When men and women they began living in the area after thousands of years, they did not realize what is the meaning of these artifacts which are being found or which are being surfaced out due to flood, exposed of the soil erosion and turned up while plowing a field or digging for the treasures. So now you will see the Cunningham Confucians. So when Cunningham, you can see the first Director General of the Archaeological Survey of India, he started his archaeological excavation in the mid 19th century, okay, which was much earlier of the discovery of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. At the time, the archaeologists they generally preferred to use the written sources, or you can see written words or text and inscription. They generally preferred that. For the investigations, Cunningham's interest was particularly it was concentrated in the early historic period and the later period. In order to locate early settlement, he used the account of the Chinese Buddhist pilgrims, okay, who had visited the subcontinent between the 4th and the 7th century AD. So he also collected, documented and translated the inscriptions which he found during his survey. So you can see it is worth mentioning that a site like Harappa was neither an early historic site nor it was the part of the, you can see this journey tour or the place for the Chinese pilgrim. Cunningham was not much attracted to it. He got a chance to investigate the Harappa artifacts that were found fairly often during the 19th century, but perhaps he could not realize their antiquity. So Cunningham in 1875 presented his report on Harappa seal. Okay, as we know, most of the scholars and the archaeologists of the 19th century thought that Indian history began with the first cities in the Ganga Valley. Thus, Cunningham made an unsuccessful attempt to place the seal within the familiar time frame. He failed to find out that the seal under investigation belonging to a much earlier period.